Hello, my name is Denise Delpin Ruiz, and this is a presentation about service project for servant leadership class. The first thing that I would like to discuss is how the assignment was selected. I found out that one of the schools at the district where I work was struggling because they did not have enough staff to work during summer school academy, mostly because they needed lunch ladies and other staff members that could help care for the children. I decided to offer my service so the school could function better and the children could have their lunch, their meals delivered on time. I also offered to help the janitor and the lunch ladies and to speak to the children about servant leadership. Um, Description of the service. The service took me about 4 hours. However, I'm still going to continue serving the school and helping during lunchtime for one more week. I told the principal that I wouldn't mind. I know they need the help and um, I'll just do it. What I do is I go to the lunchroom at 10:30 and grab the lunch cards and take it to the classrooms. There are about 12, 13 classrooms altogether between preschool, kindergarten, and sixth grade. So after I go up and deliver one card, then I go downstairs and get the other one, and so on until about 12:30. And then in between times, I speak to the children in the classrooms and I greet them and I provide them with they deliver the lunches in this like lunch in like to-go boxes. The children are not eating the lunch in the lunchroom for the same reason that the school is understaffed. Like I was saying, at 12:30, I go around the building collecting all the cards and take them back to the lunchroom. At 1:30, I help the lunch ladies clean up the cards and help the janitor take the trash outside to the dumpster. My service to children between times, I serve the children and help them take trash out. And I also speak to them about the importance of being a servant leader and the principles of this philosophy. I motivate the kids to become servant leaders at their school. I planned this schedule with the principal of the school. She loved the idea of servant leadership and stated that it would be good for the children to hear about the concept as well. And so that's what I did. I created a presentation in which I could speak to the children about the principles of servant leadership. I played a little video clip on YouTube that had an introduction to servant leadership. During my service, the students were happy to get their lunches on time. They showed interest in my actions and stated that they wanted to help as well. So the synergy started to happen. It was amazing. I was helping them, and then they tried to help me. I told them that no, that it was their time for me to serve them. So um, just it was nice. The children were treated with love and compassion, and the ladies in the lunchroom and the janitor received the same treatment, a lot of respect and love. Then the lunch ladies were able to get some help, and they were happy to receive the support and the help to feed the children, even though the children are the main object of my project and the main reason why I decided to start all this. I also discovered that there are other members in the community that also needed the help, such as the lunch ladies and the janitor and teachers and teacher assistants and paras and all the people that work with like special needs students that also are expecting the lunches to come on time. That way they can feed the children. So how are people being served? So according to the questions, responding to the questions, the green leaf questions. So how are people being served? Well, schools are communities where people gather to care and protect children. So when schools suffer lack of resources due to lack of staff or like lack of anything that the school doesn't have, it will affect the community and it will mostly affect the children, which are the most vulnerable parts of our society. The children, they are the ones that are always being most affected in our society. So The school is located in a non-privileged neighborhood, so going to that community and being the support that many need provides the community hope and faith. These through selfless service and kindness, we can create little important changes to benefit our community. Um, I completely agree. That was something that I observe in the school. Like if you're good, I'm good. That type of synergy starts flowing in. mm, One of the what is the effect on the least privileged in society, and will they benefit? Yes. Like I said, during the last 10 years, Kansas City has been severely impacted and affected by gun violence and violence in general. So many children only find themselves safe and secure at school. This community is working very hard to provide their children what they need to be successful and be useful members of our society. However, changes take time and they are not always easy. Many of these children only have the school staff, such as the teachers or the parents or their aides, and their principal, the lunch ladies. They are the only role models of these children. So at the same time, summer is always like a not very happy season for all of us because some children rely on school lunches to get their full meals. So of course, when there's um, the lunch staff, the kitchen of a school is understaffed, and children can receive the only meal that some of them probably get during the day. Then yes, I mean we have a problem. So I was happy to be part of the solution and to serve them and to provide them with everything that they need to you know, eat and be happy during the day. Um, Many of these children only have the school staff and only that meal. And we never know. We can't say that all the children are neglected, but it's possible, children are vulnerable. So we never know. Many of these children may be vulnerable and we don't know. So the benefit of this service was that the students were given quality time and were treated with dignity. And they also got to learn about servant leadership and why is it important. So servant leadership skills that were used were empowerment, community building, empathy, and healing. Empowerment because children were respectfully served and they were also, given or passed on this message of servant leadership. And, we know, I don't know, can take for granted whether or not these children have ever been told that they are leaders and that they have the potential and they have what it takes to change the world. So that empowerment and that message of like, yes, you are a leader, that is something that was, that was a skill that was used during the service. The community building, because by making people, feeling safe, making people feel safe and allowing them to be part of something and creating this sense of belonging. It was like a way to build their community. Empathy, because seeing the world from a different point of view and helping the lunch ladies who were struggling to get the food on time was also a great experience. Or the janitor, like all these people are working every day. They show up every day and they work hard to provide a service to other people. They are servant leaders of our community. We are not going to speak about their paycheck because it's probably not that big. However, they show up every day and they make sure that almost 400 students are fed every single day. And the janitor, the same, she makes sure that of those 400 students receive a clean building and that they have everything that they need and their environments are clean. Healing, well, because many caregivers have to work and they don't always have the time to serve their own children. So some of these children go home and self-serve and take care of probably of their little siblings. Which is great because it helps them become responsible. However, love is never extra. And the fact that I was able to provide them that service and making them feel like they were worth it and that they were, you know, they were that they were amazing and they have the power to change this world was also very healing, not only for them, but also for me, knowing that I was kind of like doing something to also change my world. And um, then the last step would be the significant takeaways. So one of the most important things was to share this message with students into like letting them know that they are servant leaders as well, that they have the power to change the world and that they can be a role model in our community. Leaders there and use their example to change their world, and strong leaders help others succeed. So these were some of the most important parts of my presentation and the service that I provided to this community. I felt very blessed and very happy to know that I was able to do something for others and to provide a good example to children, especially those kids in our community that live in non-privileged areas where they don't always have the freedom to go outside and play or ride their bikes or go to the park because of the situation with the violence and the lack of safety on the streets and what's going on in Kansas City. That's very sad. So it's not always that their home environment is bad, it's that the community and what's going on in their neighborhoods is like not allowing them to sometimes lead a happy life. We can call it like that as a child, because children like to go outside and play. However, if you live in a dangerous neighborhood, that is something that you're probably not going to do. So the only environment that you have to be safe and play is your school. In this case, the school was in need of help, and I was glad to be a servant leader in providing the service that they need and deserve. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. My name is Denise Delphine Ruiz. Have a nice day.